Did you know that 9 out of every 10 bowls of rice eaten in the world are grown and consumed in Asia? This simple fact underpins the daily existence of more than 3.5 billion people. For these families, from the bustling cities to the quietest rural villages, rice is not just a food item, it is the very definition of a meal. It is the warm, steaming breakfast that starts a farmer's day in a Vietnamese hamlet. It is the essential lunch that fuels a worker in a sprawling Indian metropolis. It is the comforting dinner that brings a family together inside an Indonesian home. Rice is more than sustenance. It is life. It is tradition. And for countless individuals, it is their livelihood. The connection to rice is deeply personal. It shapes the rhythm of the day and the calendar of the year. The planting season brings a sense of hope and shared purpose to a community. The long, patient months of cultivation are a test of endurance and a prayer for favorable weather. The harvest is a time of celebration, a culmination of months of back-breaking labor under a relentless sun, a close-up of a farmer's weathered hands holding a handful of harvested rice grains. For a mother, a full rice pot means her children will not go to bed hungry. For a father, it means he has provided for his family. This single grain is woven into the cultural fabric of a continent, a symbol of prosperity, community, and survival itself. This profound relationship with rice is passed down through generations. Grandparents teach their grandchildren how to plant seedlings in the flooded paddies, their movements a practiced and graceful dance. Stories and festivals are often tied to the rice cycle, marking the passage of seasons with rituals that honor the land and the water that gives it life. Before we continue, I want to take a short pause. If you are finding this story meaningful, please consider subscribing to our channel, Bright Path Academy. And do not forget to click the notification button so you never miss an update from us. Your support helps us bring these important stories to light. Thank you. The economic influence of rice often operates quietly, but its power is immense. The entire rice economy provides a foundation for millions of livelihoods. It all begins with the smallholder farmers who form the backbone of production. These farmers are small business owners making critical decisions every season. They purchase seeds, traditional varieties, newer, more resilient strains. They invest in tools, fertilizers, often taking on debt with the hope of a bountiful harvest. When the grain is ready, they sell their surplus to local mills, setting in motion a vast and intricate supply chain that hums with activity across the continent. From the farm, the rice begins its journey. Truck drivers are hired to transport massive sacks of milled grain from rural collection points to urban centers and busy shipping ports. Workers at the mills process, sort, and package the rice. Traders and exporters negotiate deals that send this vital commodity across the globe. For these millions of people, a good harvest translates directly into economic security. It means school fees for their children can be paid on time. It means a small home repair can finally be made. Conversely, a poor harvest sends ripples of anxiety and debt through the entire system, affecting everyone from the farmer to the shopkeeper. The price of rice is therefore a sensitive economic and political barometer. Rice cultivation depends on a delicate balance: abundant water, intensive human labor, seasons of relative peace. War is designed to shatter that balance. To break a nation's spirit, attackers aimed at its food supply. Rice became a strategic target. The most direct attack? Burning rice fields just before harvest. Burning destroyed the immediate food supply. It also incinerated a year's labor, leaving scorched earth and despair. Armies then targeted the systems that made rice farming possible. Canals, dikes, irrigation channels were systematically destroyed. Attackers also hit critical infrastructure to stop food movement, bombed bridges, destroyed railway lines, blockaded ports. These moves strangled supply chains from countryside to cities. Storage was targeted too. Mills, granaries burned, spoiled grain erased villages' safety nets. Armies sometimes seized rice stores, leaving civilians starving. History is filled with these painful lessons. Yet, alongside this history of destruction is an equally powerful story of human resilience. The same farmers who watched their fields burn have been the first to return, rebuilding canals with their bare hands, sharing precious seeds with their neighbors to ensure the next planting season is not lost. Communities have a long tradition of banding together, creating informal networks of support to help families who have lost everything. This spirit of cooperation at the grassroots level has been the first line of defense against famine and despair, a testament to the enduring strength of societies built around the shared rhythm of the rice harvest. On a larger scale, governments and international organizations have learned from the past. Many nations now maintain strategic rice reserves, holding stockpiles that can be released to stabilize prices and feed the population during an emergency. Ultimately, rice is far more than just a plant. It is a complex system that functions as a social safety net, a massive economic market, a cultural cornerstone. Protecting the rice supply is synonymous with protecting life across